All right, guys, you got the flexible here with Mr. Infinity. Today we are going to show you the Jefferson Curl and everything relating to the Jefferson Curl. What weight you should use, what reps, and exactly what we're using it for, which is to increase the flexibility of the hamstrings for the pike. So I'm going to have Derek, he's got some 7.5 kilo dumbbells here. He's going to start here. He's just going to grab the dumbbells. I like the dumbbells. It's just a little better with the shoulders. Your shoulders get a little bit more mobility with the dumbbells. They're not fixed in like with the barbell. So dumbbells are good. 7.5 kilos. For the Jefferson Curl guys, we're not really trying to go super heavy. I know a lot of you guys have seen like Ben and I and Derek do really, really heavy Jefferson curls. But the Jefferson Curl is really just used to increase flexibility of the posterior chain from the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, the low back, even your lats, rhomboids. So it really is to open up the entire back of the body and gain flexibility there. Also your spinal erectors. So what you want to think about when doing the Jefferson Curl is always start with the head. So the spine is always going to follow the direction of the head. If you look up, the spine extends. If you look down, the spine flexes. So Derek's going to start by tucking his chin and just rolling down. As you can see, it's like nice and rounded. All right. He's going to get as deep as he can go, and then from the bottom up, he's going to think about tucking his pelvis underneath, or tucking his tailbone, so you'll see he starts the movement here, and then he's going to curl all the way back up to the top. So that nice rounded, flexed shape is what we want to look for in the spine. So he's going to round here, really, pull in, good. Yeah, I mean that's a good looking Jefferson Curl. Again, you want to see the spine flex and round. That's the most important part. You don't want it to look like an RDL where you shoot the hips back and the spine stays straight, okay? You really want to spread those discs out, really get the flexibility through that low back, especially a lot of guys that do a lot of deadlifting and squats. Their back is like stuck in this arched position, so you really want to force your low back to be able to round and really decompress that lumbar spine. So we'll have Derek show one more. It's nice and slow, all right? You don't want to speed through it. 5 seconds down or so. You can take a little pause, and then you come out of the bottom by engaging the glutes. You'll notice when you tuck your pelvis underneath, you'll even feel like your abs engaged, so that's also something you want to look out for. And as far as holding the weight, you don't want to use the lats to pull either, like in an RDL or a deadlift. You want to just let the lats relax and really let that weight like spread the shoulders apart as much as possible, because again, if we spend so much time here, we actually want our back to be able to round just to get all stretched out. So the Jefferson Curl, you want to use weights that are light enough to feel the stretch, okay? If you get a stretch with nice light weights, you don't have to go any heavier than that. When you start getting more flexible, you'll know that it's time to kind of add weights, because if you grab like some 10 pounds or 5 kilos or something and you don't really feel it, then it's time to add a little bit of weight. But this is not something that we're trying to up the weight every set like we do with a lot of our other things. Just find a weight, stick with it for a good 4 to 6 weeks until your flexibility increases, and then you can up the weight a little bit. So the whole point of using this movement is to increase flexibility. It's not to strengthen our back per se like we would use deadlifts or RDLs or anything like that. So that is the Jefferson Curl.